We will free Nnamdi Kanu and free Biafra people.
So guys, I bring to you today very good news from Pascal Najadi. After Trump's warning to Nigeria government about Christians, Nigeria government went and go against the Mandela law by imprisoning a Christian Biafra leader, 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu, very far away from his people because they know that Trump cannot take action against Nigeria government. So for an instance, what is going on is that Nigerian government knows that if they keep Nnamdi Kanu in the southeast, there will be problems, that the youth of Biafra will surely break down the prison to free 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu. It has been written that why they took Nnamdi Kanu far away from his land was because to protect the sovereignty in Nigeria. So I just want to ask a question: which sovereignty are we protecting in this country? Whereas there will be killings every day by day, kidnapping and so many other atrocities going on in the country. Governors, ministers, commissioners, even the new Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has made a declaration that if there will be peace in this country, they must release Nnamdi Kanu. I will be going further to read the summary made by the Igbos to Donald Trump, but I just want you guys to watch a couple of videos that will be displaying on my screen. These videos carries enough information and what is going on in the southeast. I just want you guys to listen, sit down and make sure you watch these videos I'm about to display on my screen.
0Ver Nnamdi Kanu, the only one man that when you doubt his words, you doubt it at your own risk. The day he made this broadcast, I disagree with him. I don't need to make research. With time, I started seeing it myself. There's a difference when you see something and when you are told about something. I see it myself, then I believed. All the power outside people have in Nigeria, it was the Britain that gave it to them. When 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu said it, I was like, what is this young man talking about? Because 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu is one person that each time he makes broadcasts, you always agree with him. Give it time. You give it time, you see it will be like, where is he getting this information from? And that was why I'm not surprised about what is happening to 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. I knew they can't just leave this guy like that. Nigerian government cannot just leave this guy, considering the kind of thing he has within him. Because allowing 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu to be free, he will say the unthinkable. There are things he will say. He will say, tell me. Over 90% of everything 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu say, you can't just agree with him at that point. 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu is one person that when he says something, he will say he's lying. It's a propaganda. Immediately you are saying it's a propaganda. Give it time. You will discover that you just made fool of yourself. That is 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu for you. So, Nigerian government not allowing him to be a free man in Nigeria. Let's be honest with ourselves. Forget about Igbo extraction and the politics Nigerian government is using to play. 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu is one person that Nigerian government, considering their corrupt nature, cannot just allow to be free in Nigeria because of the kind of information he dishes out free of charge. 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu dishes out information, expensive information, raw and most valuable information, free of charge. He will tell you this thing is a joke, and that is why each time you listen to 0Ver Nnamdi Kanu, it's always evergreen, and that's why he called his broadcast gospel. It's like a gospel, it's just like the word of God.
Without any laws, Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fasoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forests, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying the same thing about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Anybody who knows who I am knows I speak the truth always, and I damn the consequences. Because nothing will happen. Let heaven fall. You were campaigning for Buhari. You were warned. You are digging your grave. You did not listen. You did not listen. Now they have gone to Yoruba land. They want to take over Yoruba land with terrorists. And then they face Eastern Security Network with the army. That's what they want to do. It's a very simple game plan. What they have done, they have bribed every media house in the world, has gotten nothing less than $50 million. Suppress the news with the help of Britain, so they can come and kill us. So you don't know that? That's what they want to do. They want to reduce world population. And the more black people dies in Africa, the better for them. Don't you understand? Are you people that stupid you cannot reason? They have turned their attention to the West. They are forcibly occupying their land and telling them that they cannot do anything about it. A whole presidency in a country openly and brazenly supporting terrorists. All of you watching and listening all over the world, you know that Miyetti Allah is a terrorist organization. You know that. They have killed. They have said that Benue State is theirs for the taking as a spoil of war. All of you are aware of it. You know what they are doing. Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware of it. But you kept quiet, hoping that somehow Tinubu will emerge as the president, or an Igbo man will come as the president, and your family will start enjoying. But in the meantime, you have no more farmlands, you have no more forests, you have nowhere you can call your own home. The same stupidity exhibited by Hausa peasants that enabled Fulani to take Sokoto from them, that enabled Fulani to take Katsina from them, that enabled Fulani to take even Kanu from them. Every Hausa land is occupied either by a Fulani emir or a Fulani governor. Some of you don't want to reason. You don't ever learn that the main aim of Fulani is to conquer your land and enslave you. Look at Hausa people today. As I wrote yesterday, they are worse than a discarded tissue paper. They are worth nothing. Only their language is what is relevant in their lives. Everything else is lost. All of you are repeating the exact same mistakes that the Hausas made. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, to take over your villages, and to make life a misery.
So guys, we're back into the news of the day. I will be reading for you guys the summary made by Indi Igbos to Donald Trump. Executive summary to His Excellency Donald J. Trump, 47th President of the United States of America, the White House, 1600 Washington, D.C. 2500. Subject: urgent diplomatic appeal on the persecution of Christians in Nigeria and Judeo-Christians in communities in Western Nigeria and unlawful detention of Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience and first Christian genocide whistleblower. The executive summary conveys a conscious diplomatic appeal regarding the escalating violence against Christians in Nigeria and Judeo-Christian communities in old eastern Nigeria and the continuous unlawful detention of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, a peaceful and non-violent movement registered in over 120 countries worldwide and established with sole purpose of protecting the lives, land and cultural identity of the indigenous people of Biafra, inhabiting this region, of whose 90% seek identity as Christians across diverse denominations. On 20th June 2021, Nnamdi Kanu was forcibly adopted from Kenya in an act of extraordinary detention condemned by the Kenya High Court Petition number E282/2021. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention opinion on 25/2022 declaring his arrest and detention unlawful and politically motivated. Furthermore, on 13th October 2022, the Nigerian Court of Appeal ordered his unconditional release. Despite these binding rulings, the executive arm has remained disobedient to the directive of the court to discharge him on the 20th November 2025. He was subsequently tried under non-existence repealed law on bogus false charges of terrorism and sentenced to life imprisonment as a way to silence his voice and criminalize his legitimate loud voice on state-sponsored Christians genocide. His illegal sentencing stems solely from his role as the foremost Christian genocide whistleblower who is standing on behalf of millions of downtrodden and persecuted Christians in Nigeria. The executive summary respectfully requests urgent U.S. presidential attention and urge Mr. President to launch independent judicial inquiry into the unlawful life sentences of 20th November 2025, support diplomatic pressure for full compliance, and the 13th October 2022 Nigerian Court of Appeal judgment declaring the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu on humanitarian, legal, and constitutional grounds. President, Sir, Christians across Nigeria remain profoundly grateful for your timely designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, CPC. We respectfully urge the EU administration to consider convening an emergency congregational hearing on Nigerians' continuous persecution of the indigenous Igbo Christians through lopsided policies and militarization of the region. This would reinforce America's long-standing commitment to region freedom, human rights, and the rule of law, values that millions of persecuted Christians in Nigeria look to for hope and protection. Nnamdi Kanu, leader indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Enclosure: a detailed 4-page documentation accompanies this exclusive summary, providing legal citations, court rulings, and amnesty, international reports, inter-society reports, UN working group findings, and evidentiary reference supporting this urgent humanitarian appeal. So you guys can see that the Igbos are really working towards setting Nnamdi Kanu free on sending a letter to Donald Trump for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Currently in Sokoto prison, there are years on the ground for his release, and prisoners themselves are making way so that Nnamdi Kanu will be released, because they know that if he's released, that Nigeria will be safe from corruption and so many other atrocities. I just want you guys to hit the subscribe button for more trending videos.